Hey, what's up guys? This is TBone here. It's hard to imagine, but we've already gone through 50 weeks of Generation 3 cards. And what I want to do in today's episode is give you my perspective on what I think are the 5 worst Ultimate Form cards. Not the team itself, but the actual Ultimate Form card. So this is just my personal opinion. Hope you enjoy it. Let me know what your thoughts are, and let's get right into it. Coming in at number 5 is Curators of Pain from the Defiant Ones event back in March 6th, 2019. It was the second Light Commander event in the Generation 3 era, and as an Ultimate Form card, it had one of the most complicated battle skill that caused confusion for many people. In the end, its maximum potential is 4 Power Gem Force, but only when the Light Commander's skill point has reached 300, and 3 stacks of Electric Hailstorm is present. To this day, still no one really knows just how the Electric Hailstorm stack works, and that puts it in our top 5 worst Ultimate Form card. In the 4th spot is Stone Tech Matriarchs. This card was introduced on April 17th, 2019 in the Stone Tech Scramble event as a celebration event for Easter. This was the first and only event that introduced the concept of polarity. But as an Ultimate Form card, it was extremely weak as a Power Gem spawner. It only creates 2 Power Gem 4s as its battle skill, and when the battle skill is activated, 3 turns later you end up taking more damage from the enemies. Even though enemies also take more damage, the added handicap seems unnecessary given how weak the card is already. Unfortunately for this card, it's a permanent negative compared to the other Ultimate Forms. In 3rd place is the Timeless Lovers. This was the first Ultimate Form card that was introduced during Valentine's Day on February 13th, 2019. The event was Ultimate Power Couple, and we saw reskinned Kaliba and Vendor as well. One of the main issues with this Ultimate Form is that there were no souls available yet during this time, so it meant sacrificing both the Master Collection card as well as the Ultra Rare card to forge. The end result is an Ultimate card that creates 4 Power Gems as part of its battle skill, but the Power Gems are only created on the turn after it's cast. The power level of the card does not quite justify the sacrifice of 2 expensive cards, and even though it was the first Ultimate Form card that I ever got, I would still rank it as the 3rd worst of them all. Claiming the 2nd spot is the Stalking Nightmares. It was the second event during the Generation 3 era from the Fear of the Dark event on December 12th, 2018. At the time the event was introduced, there were no concept of Ultimate Form heroes yet, but the Master Collection card at the time was already a controversial one. This is the only card that has a forced wait time of 6 turns from the beginning of a fight. So that meant even if you matched enough gems from turn 1, the battle skill of the card would not be available for 6 turns. When the Ultimate Form was available for this card, it kept the 6 turn forced cooldown, and also has a 6 turn cooldown on top of that. That meant to use the battle skill twice, you needed to wait 12 turns. Even with the possibility of creating 10 Power Gem 4s, trying to use this card against ultimate bosses will truly be a nightmare. And finally, the card that is most ultimate of them all in terms of being the worst card is Servants of Savagery, which is from a Rainbow deck that was introduced on June 26, 2019 in the Mutiny in the 13th Circle event. What makes this ultimate card really terrible is the fact that it can only create up to 5 columns of Rainbow Power Gems, whereas in the Generation 2 counterparts of the same deck mechanic, the Master Collection cards were capable of filling the board. To make matters worse, the cards that accompanies the deck didn't have the ability to convert the rest of the Rainbow Power Gems to Fire Gems either. So as an ultimate card, it essentially creates 5 Power Gem 1s, and it was a very frustrating team for anyone who played the deck during the event. Now the word Rainbow is considered to be taboo for many in the Legendary community. This Ultimate Form card has also been granted the alternative name, It Who Must Not Be Named. At least it will have a new skin for it because the original art is pretty grotesque. And that's all for today's episode. Stay tuned for the next video where I'm going to talk about the top 5 Ultimate Form heroes and why I think they're the best ones. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you next time. Take care.